Hi students, hope you're all doing good. Welcome back to Programming in C language. This is your Sreekanth. Yeah, in the previous session, we discussed about what is computer, definition of computer, abbreviation of computer, some basic functionalities of computer like what is input, process, output. Also, we discussed advantages and disadvantages of computers. We discussed some basic components with example diagram. We discussed, right, what is computer, what is input devices, what is output devices, what is hardware, what is software. Okay, actually components are four different types, majorly hardware and software. Remaining two like firmware is there. Okay, like user view firmwares are there. Okay, fine. Hope all the students are clear about the previous sessions, right? Yes. Yeah. The basic components of computers: software, hardware, firmware, and humanware. Okay. In the previous session, I explained clearly about what is hardware and software. Okay, fine. Remaining things we'll discuss in the basic computer skills. Okay, fine. Today, we are still in computer fundamentals. Today, our agenda: what is data, what is information, the difference between data and information with suitable examples I am going to be explained. These terminologies are very important for throughout the computer related courses. Okay, always without data and information, without understanding this data and information, very difficult to understand the high level concept of particular programming language. Okay, in this session I try to give some clear difference between data and information. What exactly a data, what is information, how differs data and information, we try to discuss in detail in this session. Okay, what is data? The definition: data is nothing but raw facts. Data is nothing but raw facts. It is unanalyzed, unorganized, unrelated, and an uninterrupted entity. Data is nothing but what? Raw facts. It is looks like unanalyzed, unorganized, unrelated, and an uninterrupted entity. Okay, I will elaborate it. Don't worry about this. The word data was first used to mean transmissible and storable computer information in 1946. The expression data processing was first used in 1954. It is derived from the Latin word datum. Okay, it is derived from Latin word datum, which means something given. Basically, data is going to be talking about it's a raw facts. Okay, here what exactly raw facts? Okay, the data may be what? Geographical data, cultural data, okay, transport related data, nature related data, scientific related data, like weather related, meteorological data, we can call statistical data, financial data. See, the data may comes in the various sectors. It may be geographical related, cultural related, transport related, nature related, scientific related, meteorological related, statistical related, and financial related. In a real world, we may collect these data from any sectors. Okay, is it clear? What is data? Data is nothing but what? Raw facts. Okay, data is going to be represented either in the form of numbers, symbols, graphics, or pictures, words, images, audio, video, and so on. I told you, right? The data may be collected from in the real world in any sectors, okay? That may be represented by either in the form of numbers, symbols, graphics or images, audio, audio format, video formats, okay, words, like the data, all whatever these symbols, graphics, words, all it comes under what? Data only. Okay, that's what data I called you, raw set of facts. It is unanalyzed and unorganized, unrelated, and an uninterrupted entity. Okay, yeah, I give some examples. You may understood much related to data. Okay, so I try to give some example here. I'm writing the something called SreekanthDeva. Okay, try to look out. The data may be either number, symbols, words, text, characters, graphics, audio, video, anything, right? These are all represented as a data. That to be the data may be collected from what? Various sectors. Okay. So observe, I'm writing something here. Say I'm entering some numbers here like that. Okay. So try to understand here. I enter some data here. Anyone can tell me what is this data? It gives any meaningful, but we can call it is data. 100% it is correct. It is nothing but a data. But is it provides any meaningful? Okay, anyone can identify what is this number indicates? What this number indicates? What this word indicates? No, right? Because data is nothing but what? Raw facts. This is about what? Data. I collected this data, something, okay, but it is not organized, but it is not processed, but it does not have any meaning. There is no particular meaning for this data. Okay, we can call all these kind of instructions are called data in our computer. Okay, the data may be anything. So you can write something. Okay, yes. See, these are all indicates what? Data, but it does not provide any meaningful information, correct or not? See, randomly I written something. It is collection of some characters there, numbers there, some floating values are there, some symbols are there, some characters are there, like that I written. See, these are all become what? Data. Data is nothing but what? Some raw set of facts. We may collect this data in the real world environment with the various sectors, okay, like in the geographical manner, that is also type of data, cultural related data, transport related data, nature related data, scientific related data, meteorological related data, statistical, financial, and so on. See, coming to the best example like student data, okay, or employee data, department data, means student related data we may get it, employee related data we may get it, okay, but it does not provide any meaningful, but just we are going to be collecting this data. So this is nothing but what? The best example about what? Data. Okay, this is the best example about what? Data. So these are all related what? Data only. Okay, I hope all are understood about what is data, right? Data is nothing but raw set of facts. It is unanalyzed, unorganized, unrelated, and uninterrupted entity. Okay. Here you need to understand one more word. Measuring units for data are bits, nibble, byte, kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, terabyte, petabyte, hexabyte, zettabyte, yottabyte. Maybe you're all familiar with some words like kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, terabyte, because nowadays all are using computer and its related component devices, right? Like memory cards, like flash drives, okay, like pen drives, like 8 GB pen drive, or 16 GB pen drive, 32 GB pen drives, like 64 GB memory cards, 128 GB. Like we are going to be using, coming to hard disk, we are using 500 GB hard disk, 1 TB hard disk, like that. But you are familiar about some words here. Why I am interlinking these words to data? Why? Because measuring units for data are represented in computer in the form of bits, nibble, byte, kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, terabyte, petabyte, hexabyte, zettabyte, and yottabyte. Don't worry about it, sir. We are familiar up to terabyte, but we don't know about petabyte, hexabyte, zettabyte, yottabyte. Yes, I'm going to be giving in detail session about these measurement units for data. Uh, Data we'll discuss in the coming sessions. Okay, don't worry. I will elaborate each and everything, but you need to remember here one point about bits. What is bits here? Bits is nothing but what? Atomic. The smallest unit of storage in computer is what? Bits. It represented generally in the form of what? 0 or 1. Say, I already clearly explained. Machine, computer, machine or computer understands only binary format, that is represented by what? Zeros and 1. Bi means what? 2. Binary. Binary means what? We are going to be using 2 digits, that is 0 and 1 representation throughout the computer. Okay, whatever we are, even though we are giving instructions in the high level, but internally it going to be converts high level instructions into machine understandable instructions. So how the machine is going to be understood? Machine understood only binary format, that to be what? Zeros and ones representation. Binary format is nothing but what here? Zeros and ones representation. Okay, sometimes we may call like on or off, yes or no, plus or minus, but those are all what words to use in the bits representations for calculating smallest unit of storage. Okay, but in computer, just you can remember zeros and ones representation. First point. Second point, machine understands binary language or binary format or machine understandable format, represented by what? Zeros and ones representation. Okay. Next, 4 bits combination represents nibble. 8 bits combination represents 1 byte. 1024 bytes represents 1 kilobyte. 1024 kilobytes represents 1 megabyte. 1024 megabytes represents 1 gigabyte. 1024 gigabytes represents 1 terabyte. 1024 terabytes represents 1 petabyte. 1024 petabytes represents what? 1 hexabyte. 1024 exabytes represents 1 zettabyte. 1024 zettabytes represents 1 yottabyte. But at present in the market, we are using familiar data measuring units are up to terabytes. We are using in the market. Okay, just you need to remember here, data is nothing but raw facts. Data may be anything that going to be comes from different sectors, like geographical, cultural, transport, educational, natural, scientific, meteorological, statistical, financial. The data may comes from in the different various sectors. Okay, the data is represented as what? Either in the form of numbers, graphics, symbols, images, audio, video, words, text, files, all whatever we are instructing to the computer, you can remember those are all what? Data. Before processing that particular data is coming under data only. Okay, I hope everyone is clear, understood about what is data, how to represent data, and how to measuring the units for data. Okay, measuring units for data in the form of what? Bits, nibble, byte, kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, terabyte, petabyte, hexabyte, zettabyte, yottabyte. Okay, bits is what? The smallest unit of storage. It is represented by what? 0 or 1 representation. Why? Because machine understands binary format. That to be what? Zeros and ones representation only. Okay, fine. This much of information is enough for about data. For more information required, we'll go with the programming language. That time you may understand. Okay. So next, what is information? See, information. So previously all the students, I'm asking what is data. They are simply giving the answer. Data is nothing but information. But remember students, data is different meaning, information has some different meaning. Just today you understood, right? Data is nothing but what? Raw set of facts. Okay, before processing, that we can call data, or unanalyzed, unorganized, unrelated, and an uninterrupted entity we may call data. Okay, what is information? Meaningful output is information. Information is nothing but what? Meaningful output is called information. Information is organized or classified data. Information is nothing but what? Organized or classified data. See, this English word information apparently derives from the Latin stem information of the nominative informatio. Processed data is information which is accurate, systematized, understandable, relevant, and timely. I can tell simply information is nothing but meaningful data or processed data. Okay, information is nothing but what? Meaningful data, or we can call processed data, means taking some raw facts as a data through the instructions to the computer, processing it, we may get something that is called information. Information is in understandable form. Okay, yeah, I go back to my example here. Yes, I told you this is about data, right? So now try to understand. Now I'm providing information. Okay, so what is the difference between data and information? Now you may get much clarity regarding this. Okay, so data, I told you SreekanthDeva. Data may be anything. Okay, it is a text, correct? Data. What is information now? See, I'm telling that name is equals to. Now you can understand. Okay, SreekanthDeva is nothing but what? Name. But previously, you cannot differ it. SreekanthDeva may be a name, maybe a something, right? Maybe a city name, maybe a country name, maybe a something, right? It may be like some word, like organization name, something it is, but we cannot define it. When we are going to be defined? After processing, then I understood. Okay, SreekanthDeva is nothing but what? Name. Okay, like 2020, what it is? Number, right? Either it is a sum value, addition value, or subtraction value. We cannot justify it because that is data, unorganized, unrelated. But coming to the information, I am providing meaningful for that 2020. We can call it is year. Okay, we can also take best example, right? Corona. Okay, fine. That is also what? Data. Okay, but coming to information, we can call Corona is name or is something what it is. Okay, it is virus. Okay, I'm giving corona is a virus. Then it is called information. Information is nothing but providing a meaningful for the data. That is called information. Previously you given like that, but we are all familiar about the format, but we cannot justify, right? What type of email ID, whose email ID it is. Okay, Yes, we can write here like student email ID. Student email is equals to something. So this is the way I'm providing meaningful for the data is called information. I hope all students understand about what is data and what is information. Okay, what data can be do, what data can be do, what type of things we can consider as data. Okay, how you are going to be providing meaningful for data is called information. Is it clear? Okay, fair enough. See, I can give one more. Red. Red is nothing but what? Name or color or city name, country name or what? It is color like that. Red. Okay. Yes, more than enough for differentiating about data and information. Okay. In computer, first we are going to be giving instructions in this format. After processing, the processor is responsible to processing this data. After that, we may get result in this format called information. Okay. See, this is the best example I provided here. We are giving some raw data. Okay. See, everyone try to remember this point. Always we are giving some instruction to the computer in the form of data. Okay, we call data as a raw facts. Data may be either numbers, symbols, images, audio, video, any kind of, okay, related or unrelated, we are getting from the real time environment. Okay, so that is nothing but what? Data. After getting the data, the processor internally processing, taking the data, capturing the data, performing some manipulation, doing some operation like manipulating the data, generating some output result. That is called information. We may call that is information. So this is a difference between data and information. Okay, I hope all understood about data and information, right? In examination, you may write these points. What is data with this image and information with this image? Okay, these points and image you need to mention it. Coming to the differences, data versus information. Okay, most of the times for basic computer skills students, they may get this question in the examination. Okay, just only we had discussed data is nothing but raw fact. Data may be anything, right? Like 32, just they provide 32 or 32. 32 is a age or date or time or what it is. Like 10 comma 20 comma plus, yesterday I given one example, right? 10 comma 20 comma plus, what it means, what is 10, what is 20, what is plus, just we can consider here 10 is one numerical value, plus is one symbol, that's it. Okay, but coming to information, it is processed form of data. It provides some meaningful for data, like age is 32, sum is 30, because 10 comma 20 comma plus, I am passing symbol plus. Internally processor is going to be doing operation called 10 plus 20, that become what, result become what, 30. It gives information as what, 30 is a sum value, 32 is age of the particular person, like that it going to be representing. Data is not significant to a business, obviously, because it's a raw fact. Coming to information, information is what, significant to a business, because that is useful to the business. It has a meaning, that is the reason that may useful for what, business point of view. Data does not help in decision making, correct? Okay, using data we cannot take decisions, right? Yeah, but using information, yes, we make some decisions. Okay, yeah. Observations and recordings are done to obtain data. Analysis is done to obtain information. Input to any system may be treated as what? Data. I told you just whatever we are giving instructions to the computer as a data, we can consider that is a data. What after processing we may get some result, right? We can consider that is what? Output. After processing the system is called information. Okay. Data very difficult to understand because I provided just one example, right? Okay, very difficult to identify what exactly that one. Okay, this is about data, very difficult to identify what it is, what is this symbol, what is this, these symbols, characters, like numbers, floating values, very difficult to identify what type of data it is. Okay, but coming to information, yes, it is meaningful and easy to understand. Data may not be in ordered, but information is what? In ordered manner, systematic manner. See, this is the major difference between what? Data and information. Okay. Yes, in this session we discussed clearly about what is data, what is information, data versus information with some examples. Okay. Yes, if you like this video, make it like, share and subscribe my videos. Thank you all. See, if your previous videos, if you are not went, just go through the previous links. Okay. I'm going to be preparing the videos step by step. Okay, that definitely helpful for all the academic year students. Thank you guys, thank you all.